Earlier, earlier she was working with Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering at Aurora's Technological and Research Institute, Hyderabad for more than 1 decade. Currently, she is Director of RGB Buds Engineering Academy, Pune. Thank you, Madam, for accepting our invitation. And over to you, Archana, Madam.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you, everybody, for my session. Actually, conducting a lecture for students is much easier than the faculties, right? Because what is happening over there, y'all are so experienced and from different fields, and everybody is there. Then it becomes slightly difficult to handle. But anyway, I'll try to give my best. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 1 minute. I'll just share my screen. 1 minute. Is my screen visible to everybody? Anybody can answer, no problem.
Yes, madam, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. See, our today's is recent trends in robotics, and we are going to talk about AR and VR, like the relation between them. Okay. So a brief idea. Most of them you know about robotics, everything. I'll just give an overview about robotics, and then we will do one assignment. Okay. Yeah. So see, robots normally what we are doing over there, sensing. What are the different operations required? Sensing, movements, energy, and the intelligence which is required, right? That's nothing but your machine learnings. Then we have got different types of robots, mobile robots, industrial, domestic, medical, service, and military. Lot of different robots are there. See, some pics also I will share for you. Yeah, see, these are my industrial robots. The military robots are there. Okay, these are your, you must have seen these toys also. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now look over here. Yeah. So can you see this one over here? We call this as a manipulator. Yeah. And a manipulator. And what will happen over there? The base is fixed over here, but the arms will be moving to form a certain target. So we have discussed, like you all have already discussed about the Unity software. So whenever I'm writing a program or any values are to be given, I'll be considering the each and every hinges or the joints which are considered.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello.
Sorry to disturb you, madam. Can you just play the presentation mode? Your presentation.
Okay. Okay. Fine. No problem. No problem. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now it's visible.
Okay. Yeah. See, I have shown a manipulator over here. So this is called as a manipulator. So whenever we are defining, yesterday we Arjun sir has given you about the Unity software. So I'll be giving you a demo about it. But what are the points to be considered when designing this kind of a robot? Right. So see what is happening. This is called as a base over here. Okay. And these are nothing but my different arms over here. And this is my head point where the number 5 is being held. It is called as the head. Okay. Yeah. Now see, this is another kind of a manipulator, the base and the appendage. Okay. Now see, yeah, these are different one. Most of them you must have, these are nothing but these are flexible joints available, right? Yeah. Okay. See, can you see this one? There's a shoulder joint. These are the different applications. Yeah, we can use for spraying, welding, vacuum, hand and grippers. Right? Okay. The power source, that nothing but food required for your robotic is nothing but your automatic or hydraulic. Yeah. Okay. Now. Whenever I'm talking about the rotation, okay, whenever I'll talk about some rotation, I'll be showing that. So what are we considering over here? I have to see this degree of freedom. I have to see the X, Y direction, the Z direction, whether you want the rotation in that direction or no. When I'm designing, I'll be talking about these points. Okay, so I'm going to design a humanoid robot, and whether we are going to consider the X axis, the Y axis, or the Z axis, and if we do not consider the axis, what happens? That also will be told. Okay, so these are nothing but the axis of rotation. Yeah, we can rotate whatever rotation required. I can go from 360 rotation, left, right, whatever rotation required. Which are available in the robot. What are those? Manipulators, end effectors, actuators, and sensors. Right? You are all electronic engineers, so I don't have to tell much about this one. Yeah. Okay. Just a brief introduction. Yeah. Now, yeah. Now these are the addition classification which you are doing. How many number of axes are there? The load carrying capacity, the maximum speed, how much it can handle. Okay. And the reach and the stroke required, the tool orientation. These are nothing but specifications required, additional specifications. Yeah. Okay. So, can you see this axis over here? This we will be considering X, Y, Z axis for the base. This is my head or the wrist rotation over here in the 3-dimensional. Yeah. Same thing, you know about this Cartesian, cylindrical, polar coordinates, spherical. Yeah. So these are nothing but the joints. Joint 1, yeah, joint 2, 3, and 4. Just a minute.
Welcome to a
Yes. Are you able to see the screen now? I'm going to design by using the Unity software. We'll be designing the walking robot. Yeah. Is the screen visible? Yeah. So what do you do over there? I'll open my Unity software, right? I've given the heading as walking robot, right? Okay. Yeah. So just a video for your understanding, because we cannot do it in one day or so. So I have just done a video over here, right? So can you see this? Yeah. Okay. Now see. Yeah. Now look over here what we have done over there. I'm designing a humanoid robot using Unity software. That is my main aim, right? So now what are we doing over there? When we are talking about AV, I should have some environment required, right? So what am I doing over there? I have gone to the library, that is your asset store, okay? The Unity asset store, and I'm selecting a background or an environment that we are giving the name as Polygon CityPack. Okay, so see the polygon is being selected over here. Yeah. See, there are different options available. I have just selected one option over there. Yeah. We are downloading it and it is open over here. Extract. Yeah. Then from the folder, we are opening the scene over there. Yeah. And okay, see, are you able to see the screen? Yes, sir. Can anybody reply? Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, okay, fine. Okay. Now see over here what is happening over there. We have selected a city. Yeah. So see on the Unity software, there are options over here. See, can you see over there my pointer over here? There's a scene over here which is being selected. Okay. And one more thing over here shown is the camera. Can you see this one over here? The game where I'm going to consider. Okay. 2 screens now we will be displaying. So now see, so that area will be selected, okay, by selecting the environment over here. So I'm writing the city environment and I'm selecting the options, all these options, the sideways, the crossing, whatever the scene, the buildings, because what is happening, your robot is going to cover the full area, right? So everything will be considered. So I'm selecting all the operations. See the sidewalk, the road, yeah, the road arrows, right? The sidewalk straight, the road lines, yeah, all these options are being selected. Right? So that what will happen over there, your robot is not restricted to any limit. Right? Okay. Now see, we have selected that option over there and you add it in your city. I have given the name that city environment. Yeah. See now, my robot, I can move. See the arrows we can see. I was talking about the axis, the X, Y, Z axis. These are nothing but the 3 arrows over here. The green, the red and the blue axis. Yeah. So see, this is nothing but my representation. Okay. Now, I go to the standard assets. Yeah. Now what is happening over there? I want to design a humanoid robot over there, right? So before that, what will I do over there? What are the different paths required? I'll be selecting the cameras, the characters, the utilities, all these options we are going to select over here. See? Yeah. Can you see the screen over here? See, I've got the different options over here. So I have to go and select whatever requirement. Yeah, the utilities, the vehicles, which do you want in your scene, everything is going to be selected in this one. Oh. Now what are we doing over there? Yeah, now I'm going to select my robot. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now see over here, I've given the name over here robot and see the main point over here to be selected. Yeah. See, we are using a humanoid robot over there. Yeah. The appearance of your robot, how it is going to be. Therefore, I'm selecting a humanoid robot. That option is being selected. Yeah. I've given the name over here, Robot Kyle. And see, my robot is going to be placed over here now. Yeah, my robot is ready over here. Yeah. Now we have to add some physical features over there, right? So first, what will I do over there? This is my humanoid robot. Okay. Now what am I going to do over there? I'm going to give him the features, right? So therefore, what do I do over there? I'll go to the components, right? I want to give him some physical feature, and what is happening over there? I'm going to create a capsule around it, so that what happens, he is not going to go through the devices, right? So what is happening over there? It should be like a human being where we cannot go through directly into the car, enter into the car directly, or through and through the building. I don't want my robot in that form. So what do I do over there? From the components, I'm going to select the options over here. So see over here, we have got the mesh effect, the physics, the navigation, the audio, video, whatever we want to give, we can select that option over here, right? So now presently we are giving him some physics over here, right? Yeah, just see what we are doing over there. The physics is being selected. I'm giving him a capsule, right? A covering is being given so that he does not enter the car directly. Okay, he will also be obstacled. Yeah. See, the capsule is being created around over here. Okay, we have to extend the capsule. Again, I've got the parameters over here. See, X, Y, Z axis. Yeah, X, Y, Z. Correct. Now see the capsule over here is being created around him. Now the next component we are selecting over here is my rigid body. Rigid body to follow all the physics laws which we have already studied. So those laws to be followed. Again, I'm freezing the points over here. Now what we have to do over there? Okay, now we just have selected the components over here. Now I have to activate my robot. What is my robot going to do now? He has to either walk, okay, move forward, backward, left, right. Okay, these are the few options which I'm going to, it can do a lot of work, but now we are going to give some options over here. So what do I do over there now? I have to go to animate the, that is the animate controller, which is going to control my robot. So here we'll go to the option over here to the assets. Yeah, and we select my new animator controller, because now I want to animate my robot. Are you able to see the new animator? We'll name them robot controller. Yeah. Okay. Now see, there's a window opening. Select over there. The same name is being given over there. Yeah. Now can you see the animator over here? See, this is the window happening over there. Animator. We are selecting over here the human ideal. Okay. And now here we are going to activate, just like your flow chart or a block diagram. I'm going to activate it over here. All right. So see now is the robot moving? Can you see this? Is it moving? Yeah. First, initially, what did we do over there? We have just made a frame. Now I have to give him some motions. So it is moving in its places. Now see what is happening over there. Yeah. This is my human ideal, humanoid ideal. Here I'm going to give some features over here. Okay. So what do I want? I want him to go in some particular direction, right? Then I want him to run with a particular speed. These are the two options which we are going to give over here. Yeah. Can you see this over here? We have given some direction and speed, right? So for that, what do we do on the right hand side of the screen? I'm going to set all the options for my XYZ values, whatever we want to give. I'm going to give a threshold value also. Yeah. We'll just see that. Yeah. We have named the direction, the speed, right? Okay. Now what do we do over there? Yeah. See over there, we are, yeah, I want him to turn left, turn right. I select those blocks. Yeah, see, and I'm going to do it bi-directional. That is called as my transition. What are the transitions required? See the bi-directional arrows which we are showing over here. Okay. Yeah. And on the right hand side, now what do we do over there? We'll be giving them the limits. See the direction. So what is happening over there? We can set the limit, whether you want to go from -1 to 1 or whatever the value we have decided, right? And then I'll give the threshold, how much, with what speed or the plus minus options will be given. Yeah. So that is nothing but the threshold required. See, we're entering. This is my threshold value, which we have given, plus minus 0.5. Yeah. Now we have to select, yeah, we have to be careful over here. All the 4 arrows are to be activated. So all the 4 arrows, I have to give that particular value. So you have to select all the 4, because, and otherwise what will happen over there? Your robot will get locked in that direction only. But what do we want? We want him to be free moving. If he goes forward 4 steps, it can come backward also 4 steps. That is what the basic idea I want. So it has to be bi-directional. So for the same operation, I'm giving the same, this one, the threshold values for all the 4 arrows. Yeah. So can you see this over here? Again, we have selected the particular arrow and we are entering the value over there as 0.5, the threshold value. Yeah. We selected the 3rd arrow. Okay. Are you all able to see everybody? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now see, the 4 arrows were there. All of them have been activated and we have placed all of them. Yeah. Now the main thing over here now. Yeah. Now the main thing over here. Now I have written, okay, I have created a robot. Fine. I have given him the activation path by using the different blocks. The blocks are also interconnected. But now, how am I going to make him walk? Yeah. So what do I do over there? Now I have to write that C# code. Okay. So for that, what are we doing over there? Assets. I'm writing the robot walk script. Yeah. C# is just same like your C language. It's an advanced version. Yeah. Now see, what are we doing over there? We are writing, this is my animator over there. I want to write the program for this animator. And just now we have in the animator, what did we define over there? We have defined the direction and the speed. So these are the 2 points which we will be adding. So see, now we are going to add the direction over there, the direction components. Yeah. Yeah, we like selecting because we have kept the option over there, no? Horizontal. I want that horizontal motion and direction. Therefore, we are writing H, the float value over there. X-axis, that is your horizontal axis. Okay, direction is being defined. Yeah. Now see over here, one more option to be shown. Yeah. Yeah. So horizontal, then vertical, whether I want some rotational motion, whatever, these are nothing but the inputs which are required, right? So see, what am I doing over there? I go to the project settings and I select the option over there as input, because these horizontal motion, speed, everything are my inputs. Now see, I've selected that, and yeah. Can you see this horizontal window over there? Yeah, again. Yeah, now see over here, horizontal, correct? So see, we are seeing this horizontal, but, and horizontal means what? Either I can go left, right, yeah. Otherwise, I can use these buttons A and B. The arrow keys we will be talking. So instead of using the arrow keys, now I'm going to talk about this one, A and B, A and D. If I use, these are my option buttons, right? Oh, so this is for horizontal. Similarly, we can go for this vertical options also. Right? So see over here, we are having this vertical options. Yeah. See the vertical options. What do you want over there? Up, down, right? So the alternate keys over here are S and W. Yeah. Okay. So what are we doing over there? We are assigning whatever parameter. There are n number of parameters. There are a lot of parameters. Now, what robot, what options we want, we have to decide. So depending upon the design, we can do it. Yeah. Yeah. Now see the direction. Yeah. Now suppose, yeah. See, after doing all this, see, there's a play button on your screen. Okay. Just like in your MATLAB or Xylem, we'll use that run button to see whatever the steps we have written, and we run it. In the same manner, now we have given some assignment over there. I have selected the direction. That is my left, right direction. We'll just run it and see what happens. Yeah. See, is the robot moving left, right by using the arrow key? See, it is activated over here in the window over here on the left hand side. Yeah. The stand quarter. Yeah. The left turn, right turn. See, it is moving in its own place only. Yeah. It can rotate over there. Right. Now I want him to move forward. So see what we are going to do now. Yeah. Yeah. Now see over here, one more. Oh, okay. I'll just take it back over here. 1 minute. Yeah. So see. Now we are going to use the blend tree. Yeah. Why do? Because still over here, see, can you see this over here? Yeah. Yeah. Now what am I doing? These blocks we have already added. Yeah. The left and right turn. See now what am I doing over there? Go on the screen over there, and we will be selecting over here the blend tree. Now why do we want this blend tree? Because I want him to move forward, backward, whatever motions he has to do. So therefore I'm selecting this option of blend tree. Again, the same thing over here. We are going to give the transition over there. Whatever the transitions you want, the same thing will be done over there for this one also. Yeah, there's an arrow over here. See, we are showing the bidirectional arrows over there. And now we are going to set the options over there. See the direction over here, the speed. We are assigning again a threshold value. Yeah. So now what will happen over there? This is nothing but what are we doing over there? It is going to give the speed to your robot, how fast it is going to run or how slowly it is going to walk, whatever the operation he is doing. Yeah. See now the blend tree is ready. Now see, add the tree. Yeah, because see what are we doing over there? Four blend tree. Why we are adding over here? Because I want the motion as walk, then left, right, all these options I want. So I've made these 3 boxes over here, right? So see how we are connecting them to each other. my blend tree and the branches over here of the blend tree. So what are the options over here? We are saying walk, then walk left, walk right. Yeah, see now this is nothing but the preview we can see over here. I have given this command, and because of this I can see the preview that yeah, he is moving left, right, and he's walking forward. Fine. Okay, for this preview we have created these boxes over here. Can you see these boxes over here? The blocks of your flow chart, right? Yeah. So we can see the preview. Yeah, then we can say that okay, fine, we are on the correct path. Right now, see what are we doing over there? In the previous case, we have added the horizontal motion. Now I want to add the speed option also. Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Again, I go to my C# and I see the direction. We are writing it V vertical. Yeah. And set as float. And now we are writing it as speed, my vertical option. Save the option, save, and move forward. Yeah. Now see, is your robot walking? Yeah, it's turning left, right. Yeah, there's one error in your code, right? Okay, we'll just see that. See what has happened over there in your code. Yeah, here we have written it as H only. We did not change this as vertical movement. So your robot is not still moving. Yeah, so we have to be careful when writing the code. So here I have to write it as V. Yeah. Now see if your robot is moving. Yeah. Yeah. Play. And you see now. Yeah. See, is it moving forward, backward? Yeah. See now. Yeah. He's also blocked by the car. Yeah. Just like a human, what we will be doing. Yeah. Because sometimes they'll be shown walking through the walls or through the car. That option we have removed. Yeah. See, the robot is walking. So yes, we are on the correct path. We are given the correct options. Okay. Now till here what we have done? We have assigned everything, all the motions. Yeah, fine. Now what is happening over there? Up till now, this is nothing but my camera or the game, or this is my camera which is focused only on the robot. Now what is happening over there? If your robot moves away from the scene, what should happen? What is our aim over here? I want to track the robot wherever he goes. Right? So now in this case, what is happening over there? The camera is only focused on one point. Right? So now what am I doing over there? I fit the camera in such a way that wherever the robot goes, I'll be able to see all the paths. Just like your kids may be playing the games. Yeah. So how the feeling is there, we are running behind or something like that behind the enemy and so on, or we are firing. Okay. The same principle. So now what is the option? See the commands, what we are going to do over there. See, I select my camera option over here. Yeah. Can you see this on the left hand side? Yeah. Drag the camera from the, we'll drag the camera from this one, from the asset. Yeah. Now go to the main camera. I'm going to disable now this camera which we had used. Okay, now my target. Now see, what am I doing over there? What is the target for your camera is nothing but my robot coil. Okay, this robot coil is nothing but my target. So that target I have selected. Why? Because I want to see wherever the robot is going. Right? So that is my robot coil. Now see, I have selected that option. Now see, play. Now see, yeah, now see, can you see the camera over here? The white color on the previous, the scene. Yeah, so this is the camera over here. And now we have imbibed that camera behind your robot. So wherever it goes, we'll be able to see. Just see this. Yeah. Correct? So see, wherever the robot is going, I can see that. Yeah. Okay. See again, he's blocked by the dustbin over there. Yes, he turns. Now what we can do over there, we have the options to keep the camera closer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can keep the camera closer and at the height also. So see what are the options I'm going to select on this over here. Yeah, select on the camera. See the axis over here. Can you see this over here on the right hand side? Yeah. Your parameters over here are very important. Whatever motion or the rotation you want about the robot or the camera. Yeah, now we are talking about the camera. So I've got this axis over here. Can you see the axis over here? Yeah, see? Yeah. So Z is going to tell me the distance between the camera. Okay, the keel, the distance between the keel and the camera. That is my robot and the camera. Okay, and Y is going to tell me the height. How high is going to be your camera? It is going to be in the same level of your robot height, or it is going to be any far away. Whatever distance you want, we can take that. Right? Okay, now see, if I play, yeah, now see the robot, yeah. Clear? Now see, my robot is walking left, right, whenever an obstacle, because we haven't written any program for the obstacle, or whether he has to open the door, or any commands are not been given. So he's freely moving all over, and just to feel like I'm going with him, behind him, or something like that. Why? Because we have placed the camera in that way. Yeah. See, can you see this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So is it clear how we have done with your, how we have designed a humanoid robot by using your Unity software? Yeah. Okay. Is that robot clear? The Unity software, how we have used? Yes. Yes. Anybody to answer? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Right. Okay. Now see, we'll see one more application over here. Yeah. Now, yeah, there's one more robot which we have designed by using this same Unity software. It's a game designed, a simple game. Okay, so what do we do over there? See, I go to the Unity software, I select the project, new project over there. Yeah. Just in your this one, yeah, I have selected a robot. Anything you can select over here. Yeah. It's loading. That's initialization. Yeah. So this is the environment which we have selected over here. Okay. So you can select the environment over there. And this is the robot which I have selected over here. It's a firing robot. Okay. I'll just show you. And what are the targets over here? These are nothing but your hover boot. Okay. So these are nothing but the enemies which are to be fired. Right. So this is the environment created. All right. Okay. Now see over here, what are we doing over there? We are creating different walls. Yeah. Okay. So just an environment to be created over here, right? So we can go for the building of the walls. So I'll select the options over here. See the animation. Yeah. What kind of buildings you want? What are the a lot of options are there. A lot of designing of the games is there. Okay. This is just a sample for your understanding how this Unity is working. Okay. A basic idea given to you. Okay. So see, I can select the animations, the scene, different scenes which are available. Yeah. Okay. So see what is happening over there. Yeah. Yeah, see, these are the walls over here we have selected, and we will be placing them on the, yeah. So see over here, again, my XYZ axis options over there, whichever you want to activate. The rotation, how do you want? Okay, whether you want to go for a rotational motion or only XYZ axis motion. Okay, that also will be selected, right? So what are we doing over there? We are yeah, we see the wall is being selected. Okay, so by dragging your mouse, we can select the this one, or otherwise you can enter your axis values, XYZ axis values over here on this window. Okay, the positioning. Right. So the wall is being placed. Correct. The one wall is over. Yeah, we'll go to the other wall. Fine. Yeah. Correct. So all the walls are being placed. Correct. Now see this is nothing but your rotation. How do you want the axis? See X, Y, Z, that is your red, blue and green. Right? The height, how much do you want the height, the width, the depth, everything is being given over here. So that is, we have to select with the help of the mouse. Everything will be dragged over there. Select whichever axis you want. Yeah, see we are placing the wall over here now. This a wall means for what the robot is going to come, some action is going to happen. So for that we are just placing those obstacles. Correct? The area where it is going to go. Okay, now see. Okay, the wall is being placed. Yeah, orientation is also being done. Right? Okay. Now see, what do I do over there now? We have to save and run option. Okay, you save your settings, whatever you have done, and now my robot. This is nothing but my robot which I have designed. Okay, and I have to eliminate my enemies. What is the target given to him? You have to eliminate the enemies. The enemies are nothing but the hover boot. Okay, just like your dragonflies or something like that. Yeah, can you see this? Yeah. Just a simple game. Okay. See the firing which we have given. Yeah. Yeah. Now see, it is going to the other building. See, there's a target over there. Yeah, he's firing the target. Yeah, these are nothing but your hover bot. Okay, the flying, just like your flying flies. See, again a hover boot is there. That is this. These enemies also we have designed them. Okay, so you can select it from the window whichever you want. The shape or anything. This yeah. Again energizing and see. Fine. Yeah. So all the objects are completed. So this is nothing but a simple game which is being designed by using this Unity software. Yeah. Okay, a simple one I have just designed. I have just tried for it. Okay, so a brief idea ki how Unity works, what we have to do, right? Okay. Now, yeah. Yeah, any doubt up till here, anything? Yeah, okay. Yes, anybody, any queries, anything to be asked? Yes.
Ma'am, there are some questions. Can I read it?
Okay, but, okay, should we do it after the session? I wanted to do one activity first.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll do the activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take the question at the last session.
Yes, no problem. We'll go for the questions. Yeah. See now, the activity, I'll just explain you what is the activity to be done. Yeah, yesterday Arjun sir has told you about the adding the images, that is your augmented reality, right? He has talked about this unit and everything, correct? So I just want few volunteers over there. Anybody with the mobile phones, yeah? So you can just download this unit AR app. Should I help you out with that? Yes, any volunteers are there? Sir, please could you just check it out in the chat box? So 2-3 are fine, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anyway, anybody can do it. Those who are having the mobile phones, they can quickly just download. Should I play the video so that you'll understand what to do? Yeah. See, I have displayed on the screen. Yeah. I have displayed on the screen. Go to your Play Store and you can just download. Yeah, please reply if anybody is doing it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Priyadarshini ma'am is there who is downloaded the game.
Okay. Yeah. 2-3 people are fine, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 2-3 people are fine, no problem. It's only for your understanding how it is going to work. Huh? Yeah. Once done, after downloading, I'm just displaying one image. Okay, please scan it. Okay, you can scan this image. Okay, and tell me what is the output you all are getting. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So after downloading, click on the app. The app will be opened and automatically you hold your mobile phone in front of the screen, what I have displayed. Yeah. Okay. So that it will automatically get scanned, and just send me the screenshot what has happened over there on your mobile phones. You all can send the screenshot of your mobile. Yeah, scan the target and see the output, what is happening. Automatically you get the output. Take the screenshot and you can share it on either on the WhatsApp group or anywhere you can share. If you are not getting, please update me. I'll show you the video how to do it. Yeah, correct. Yes. Somebody has got it. Yes, they have shared the screen. Yes. Okay. See, this is the screen which, yeah, somebody has sent me the screen. Yeah, see
Yes,
what is happening? It is their laptop over here. Yeah, the augmented virtual, augmented. So what are we doing over there? I have taken this image of the sun and the Saturn. Yeah, and see we have, yeah, it is being augmented. That is nothing but your augmented reality. This is just one of the applications of augmented reality. Yes, anybody else has tried?
Yes, ma'am. A lot of replies are there in the chat box.
Okay, fine. Okay, so have you got it? Yeah. So how? Yeah. So what has happened over there? Your laptop, and you have just scanned this, scanned the image. Yeah. And what has happened over there? I had imbibed this sun and Saturn, right? So now I'll tell you that small process, how I have done that. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll do it. Now I'll show you how to create that. Okay. Now see, what do we do over there? Okay. Now see, we'll go to Google. Yeah. Then Unite AR. Yeah. Just tell me if you all are following. Yeah. Okay. So I've gone to Google, then Unite AR, then sign in with Google. Okay. Yeah. Now see over here on the left hand side, I'm getting an image based ground planar AR and AR. These are all the higher versions. The basic version is image based AR. Okay. So I've clicked on it. Okay. Now what do I do over there? I'll say add a new project. Yeah. Okay. So I'll click on this add a new project. Yeah, it's loading. Sir, is it visible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. So see, now we have two options are over there. Yeah. Here the image detection, and here they're doing with the QR. Right. So presently we will do it with only image detection. Right. So select the option and create over here. Okay. After creating, now we have to browse for my target, whichever target you want. I had selected that black image, which is there. That's nothing but Buds Engineering image. Okay. So here you can browse any. Yeah. Okay. I'll just browse. I'll click over there. Yeah. A lot of images are there. Yeah. I'm just taking one image of robotics, uploading. My image is being uploaded. Yeah. Okay. See now the target image is uploaded. We have got that this one. I continue. Okay. See. This is my target image. Clear? This is the image which I have selected. Okay. Now see on the left hand side of the screen, what are we seeing? See, there's a 3D image we can add. We can add a video, a 360-degree rotation, any images, any audio you want to add, or a push button, anything can be selected. Right? These are the left options. We can do anything. Okay. So out of that, I have selected one 3D image. Yeah. Okay. So if you all are having 3D images in your system, you can select that one by using this browser. Okay. So otherwise, there are some predefined images over here. Right. Anyone can be selected. Right. Okay. So suppose I select this jet engine. Yeah. I have selected. I've just clicked on it. Yeah. See, my jet engine is being selected. I click on it. Right. So see what is happening over there. You can either expand it by using this one. Yeah. By using the corners, I will either expand, increase or decrease the size of my image, whatever I have selected. And by using these circles, I will be changing the orientation. Are you able to see this? Yeah. The orientation, see how we have done over there? Yeah. Correct. Now see. Yeah. So suppose I keep my orientation over here. And now what do I do over there? After doing this much, what do we do over there? Save and publish. On the right hand side, you will see that. Save and publish. Okay. Now see the preview. Here, you have successfully set it. Now see the window, what we are saying, see the preview. Okay. See now what is happening over there. Yeah. Now we'll download the target image. Yeah. Okay. Now this is being done. Can anybody quickly scan this image from your app? Just now somebody has sent it, na? Yeah. Yeah. So can you just quickly scan this so that we'll see what is happening? Yeah. You can just share it. Anybody can do it. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yes. Okay. I'll just share the image. 1 minute. I'll just share it. Okay. Yeah. See, somebody has shared this. See, this is the, yeah, this is nothing but the target which we have selected over here. Okay. This is nothing but your augmented reality. Can you see this? Yeah. So this was your live application ki how to design or how to continue designing of your augmented reality. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Chalo. Sir, yeah. Any queries, any questions, sir? Yes. We'll discuss now.
Yes, ma'am. I just take the questions.
Yes, 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 yes.
I request all the faculties and the participant, please, if you have any doubt and question, please post in the chat box.
Yeah. So, yeah, should we, till that time, till they post some questions? Yeah. I'll just show you a video. Yeah. I'll just share one video again on augmented matrix. Huh? Just a minute.
There is one question.
Yeah.
Can we able to enable machine vision for self-navigation apart from predefined navigation thresholds?
Yeah, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. Yeah. Okay. Are you able to see this one more augmented reality video?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah, see? We are thinking there's a screen in front of us. Yeah. See how we have done it? Yeah. One of the application.
Ma'am, one more question.
Yes, sir. 2 minutes. Huh? I'll just finish with this video and I'll answer.
Yeah.
See? The same thing, we can draw the figures over here. Yeah. Index finger to right, 2 fingers to move around, all the fingers as a duster. See? We can use all the fingers as a duster. Index finger and the middle fingers. Yeah. Okay. It's just a brief idea of how it is going on. Yeah, it's a, yeah. Yes, sir.
Can we do some engineering practical simulation in the Unity?
Yes, we can do it. Practical simulation about your motors or anything you say about if you are in mechanical department, about anything, your lathe machines are there. Anything simulation can be done. Yes, there is not an issue. Robots, as I have shown with the robot. Yeah. Okay. One more thing I was just telling about the manipulator, right? So the arm is there, the wrist, the fingers are there. Okay. That motion also can be, we can just define those motions to achieve the target. Okay. That also can be done with your Unity. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What is the cost of Unity software?
Okay, cost initially though it is free. The first initial version there's not an issue, but the later versions some $30 per month. Okay, actually it's a free software, but if you want the latest version, more upgrade version, then the cost it goes up till $30 a month or something like that. It depends upon what you have selected.
Okay. One more question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Are the robots IP54 rated?
Pardon?
Are the robots IP54 rated?
Yeah. Yes.
One more question is there, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is it possible to access management with remote control via cloud with video and audio live stream?
With video and audio.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, we can do it with video as well as audio. Remote, there's a still question mark. Okay, but for audio and video, we can do it. A remote control, it becomes a slightly complicated application.
Okay. One more question, ma'am.
Yes.
Which math logic is important for 3D model? Hello?
Yes.
Which math logic is important for 3D model?
3D model. Your logic in the sense? Because whenever I'm selecting, whenever I'm selecting,
any mathematical logics behind creating these models?
No. See now, just now we were talking about this. I have selected the 3D object, right? And whatever rotations are there, so automatically it will be displayed on your right. This one, right? So over there, I define my X, Y, Z axis, however the rotation which we want. So a separate mathematics not required, or any lines to be defined in a program also not required. Anybody can do it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
I found one more question, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are these certified for IIB environments?
Certified. What certification you're telling, sir?
IIB environment.
No.
Okay. Is the real-time data transferred to customer cloud?
Yes, it can be transferred. Yes.
That's it, ma'am. I think questions
Yes.
are over.
Okay. Just few more. I'll just share one more PPT over here since there are 5-10 minutes. Okay.
Yes,
One more
please.
on your AV. AV, the augmented one. You're able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
One
No,
minute.
ma'am.
This one.
It's not shared yet, ma'am.
Yes. Now is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Yeah. See, there's a difference your AR versus VR, right? So see in the simple ones, the speed over here, bandwidth, how much do we require over here is 100 Mbps. Here we require 50. Okay. The headsets are not required in your augmented, but for virtual I require some device, right? A simple comparison which is being done. Yeah, see over here the options over here. AR is 25 and 25 virtual and 75 real. But when I come for virtual reality, what is happening over there? 25 virtual and 25 real. Sorry, 75 virtual and more augmented image. See, these are the different examples just for the understanding how we have augmented over there. Yeah, see one more. Are you able to see the image? Yeah. One more team member of your team. Next. Yeah. So what are the key drivers for your augmented reality are vision, immersion, usability, wearability, affordability, and mobility. These are the key drivers over here, right? See, when vision, what is the display over there required? Then immersion, what do we do over there? World data and interaction. Next, what do I do over there? Yeah. Rendering is required. Usability, we want the data required. Wearability, what do we do over there? World data. Affordability, yeah. It should be affordable to those who are using it. It should be affordable over there. And mobility, yeah. Now everybody wants to be mobile. So mobility is also required. Yeah. These are the key factors required. Yeah. Okay. Now see, this is a graph. AR and mobile VR. Just a comparison being done over here. Only for a brief information for your understanding. So what are we doing over there? Mobile VR over here. Now we are using now this Google Maps search is there. A lot of applications, most of them are using, right? And see, this is your AR. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is your data. Yeah, okay. Now the challenges for AR is, yes, the challenges is accuracy, stability under all the environment, the CPU and power consumption. Yeah, the power consumption depending upon whatever the devices which you have selected, the power consumption is the main concern over there. So these are the challenges of your AV. 3D. This is the interaction. See, this is your augmented, a hand on the chair. Same over here. The feeling, yeah. Now we are getting the mobile phones with this one. Yeah. So these are. Okay. So what are the keys over here? We require display, then world data, interaction, large scale, yeah, room scale, head tracking, and 3D. So it depends upon what application you are using. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. Any other questions are there? Yeah.
I'll check, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, one question is there. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Is it supportive to the autonomous full 3D navigation?
Full autonomous 3D navigation. Yeah, but then your system will be expensive. It's possible, but it will then turn out to be a very expensive system. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah. Should I wind up, sir? Any other things are there? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Archana madam.
Yeah.
It was nice session, very wonderful session and interesting session. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your time with us. Now I request Baby Gawai sir to present a vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am. On the behalf of AI Systems and ENTC department, I just really thank our today's guest, Mr. Abhijit sir, and also the Archana Gule ma'am for sparing their busiest time and sharing a lot of things, lot of stuff. Archana ma'am especially focus on the practical sessions, how we can do the marks of the images, how we can do the coding, how we can develop a game within a 15 or 20 minutes with the videos. That is very great session, ma'am. I do have some chats in the chat box that everyone liked this session. So thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us for today's session.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. I just mentioned one thing. The feedback link and the assignment link is shared in the chat box, and also that will be shared with your emails. So do check your emails also and try to solve the assignment and give your valuable feedback for improvement. Navla ma'am. Hello. So with this, I declare that today's session will be over. The link will be shared to you in the chat box and also on your mails.